Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing out there? I'm not what you expected. I know. I apologize. And I'm way too close to the camera, so let's bring this over here. How are we all doing? It's game week 18 of the predictions. And I'm just going to bring Jimmy in. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Hey. Good to see you too, mate. A lovely little pre-Christmas treat for me to be on a stream with you this evening. Thank you for having me again.
No, actually, thank you for having me. That's what it pretty much is, isn't it?
It is your channel, so yeah, I'll take that though. I'll take that.
Yeah,
you're welcome. Welcome to the Sheffield United way.
You've been on these videos way more than me, and listen to that. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, hey.
It's that time of year where you can have a beer whenever you blooming well want.
Cheers, mate. Merry Christmas.
Cheers, mate. Merry Christmas. I'm going to bring about 7 different types of alcohol, then thought, there's no way I'm even getting through this. Actually, yeah, this stream could be an hour, 2 hours, to be fair, couldn't it?
Well, you've got the Rambler on, haven't you? So bottles are greater than cans, I've got to say, surely.
Agreed.
Right, okay.
100% agreed.
We're on the same page with that, yeah.
Yeah, these are actually from when I left my job. Do you know what? If I'd have left my job 3 years ago, these would have gone in about 10 seconds. But the fact that I'm not as much of a drinker these days, so they've taken 4 months to drink about 15 cans. I think I've done quite well.
I was hoping you meant like your previous job rather than you're now unemployed. That's what you meant, weren't it?
Mate, if I were now unemployed, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'm going to say on the street looking for a job, but that sounds a little bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Well, mate, I hear OnlyFans are doing quite well this time of year.
No one wants to see. No, I'm not going to do that.
I've seen that calendar pose. We've all seen the calendar pose on the garden wall. So there's potential there, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Do you know what? I did actually think a while back that we probably should do some sort of silly calendar for. And you never know, we might be doing it right now. Who knows?
I love it because for people that don't know, obviously we've gone massive. We haven't, not that we had a script in first place, but we talk quite often and we like to bounce ideas off each other for like creativity and stuff like that. That has to be one of your best that you were thinking about potentially an OnlyFans calendar for.
No! Don't twist this.
Don't
twist this. I didn't say it. It was you that said it. You implied it, mate. No, I meant just a silly one where, because in lockdown I took some silly old pictures, and you're referring to one there where I'm on the garden wall like this with my bald head, and it was the hair was coming back very, very slowly. I can tell you that for free.
Was that before your Wayne Rooney transplant?
Oh, mate, well, yes. I was going to say, look at my head. There's no way I've had a transplant, but Wayne Rooney don't look like he's had a transplant, to be fair.
I shouldn't be throwing anything from this glass house, mate. I get it. Don't worry. I'm sorry.
Well, we've both got a bit of a trim, haven't we? Both
mate,
trimmed up.
Christmas cut. I've gone short enough that hopefully I can get away with a couple of months now without having to fork out for another haircut. So fingers crossed.
Do you know what, mate? I have a feeling that this video is going to take a very long time. And do you know what? I don't care. I'm here for it. And I hope everyone else is as well.
I've got a couple in fridge as well. So we're all right. We're good.
All right. Well, I've got no fridge anywhere near me because I'm not in the kitchen. So I'm a little bit stuffed.
I'm working on it.
What are you working on? Getting me a fridge in my room?
Getting out of the kitchen.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
Mrs. Rambles all over me about it. So anyway.
Yeah. I get it. I don't know how you're still married, to be perfectly honest.
Well, there'll be no Christmas Day live ramble from the kitchen table. Just so what? Will not.
You know what? I did a video for Christmas Day about 7 or 8 years ago. Well, no, maybe not that long ago. Probably 5 or 6 years ago. And literally no one watched it. Absolutely no one watched it. So it's probably not worth it, mate. People don't want to watch a video on Christmas Day. I found that out the hard way. Anyway, I think we should move on because we've not spoken about Premier League predictions in the slightest.
Do we have to talk about football?
I don't really want to be perfectly honest, because I'm going to be honest from the get-go.
Oh, my goodness.
I haven't watched a lot of Premier League football this season other than lads in red and white stripes getting beat week in, week out.
Yeah. which kind of kills your enthusiasm for watching any other games, doesn't it? Really.
That's exactly it.
So,
like, I don't watch Match of the Day when we lose. I think honestly, I'm not even joking. I think I've watched 3 Match of the Day. Is it 3? 3 Match of the Days this season.
You've beat me.
2 wins and a draw.
You beat me. Mate,
What,
I
you
have
don't
been
even watch it when we
blagging my
win?
way through. I have been blagging my way through this series like nobody's business. How I am beating Ollie, who is the stat man, it's beggars belief, to be honest, because I'm just, I think Chelsea have got Mudryk in the team. He sounded like a decent signing. They'll win. So that's pretty much been the strategy. So I don't mind saying that.
I went on a Chelsea channel and he said, "Wow, what do you think about the Chelsea team this season?" I was like, "Mudryk's good," and I said, "And Sterling always seems to score," and that was it. And I'm thinking, I don't know any other Chelsea players. Anyway, let's move on because right now we could be tapping into potential new subscribers from different channels. And if they think that I don't know anything about it, then Ollie will be back next week. Ollie will be back. Don't worry about it.
We can cut that out anyway, can't we? We'll cut it. It'll be right. It's not like we're live, bro.
Not like we're live.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what you're doing tonight, ladies and gents, in the comments. I'm going to quickly run through kind of like the points from last week between Ollie and Jimmy, the 3 top viewers, and also where that leaves us in the grand scheme of things. Yes, I do have that. I do have all of that information. I got it sent to me by Ollie.
Thank you, Shazbat.
Yes, Shazbat legend. I got it sent to me by Ollie literally about 30 seconds before we started this stream because I forgot to ask him for it, and he didn't want to give it me. He wanted me to look a fool, Jimmy.
Well, he's that green-eyed monster. He's looking at. He sees. He's trying to take over the channel, I think. But that's just between me and you.
Yeah, it possibly could be that. Actually, no. Out of everyone, Ollie is not that guy.
No, he's not that guy. Ollie is the nicest guy on YouTube. Never mind football YouTube. He's the nicest guy in the world. Top man.
Wow. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
It's my third one.
So, last week, Mr. Blades Ramble, Jimmy, man.
How did I get on? I don't get these scores. I'm just told live when we're together. So how did I get on,
you could
mate?
do, Jimmy? Work it out yourself.
I could. That, mate, I cannot. This is God's honest truth. I can't remember what I've sent in as my score predictions. I'll probably pull them up. I can have a look at them. Can't tell you what.
You can look on the video.
Yeah. No, I can watch it as they come. So when you put the first game up, that will be the first time I remember what score I predicted.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I could work it out. You're right. I could work it out, but I haven't.
No, we're all good. We're all friends here. Don't worry about it. We're missing one score here, and that's because for some reason this platform that we call StreamYard has some reason spat it out and said, nope, don't want that one. So it's Liverpool. It's towards the end. We'll get there. So, no, I ain't told you any of the scores. Why are you trying to do this to me, Jimmy? So
I'm not.
I know the reason why you're wanting me to forget.
I don't know it.
It's because you got absolutely mullered by Ollie. Mullered. 6 to Ollie, 3 to Jimmy.
Well, obviously there's some strange scores last week, weren't there? So, fair enough.
However, if Bournemouth and Luton finished 1-1, you would be on the same points as Ollie.
Right.
But it didn't finish at all, did it?
Look at you smiling about that. Look, I saw the little wry smile come across your face. Is she the Sheffield United way of gaining on the Blades Ramble? Let's be right.
Because Ollie's getting hammered here, let's be honest. So Ollie's on 119, Jimmy 126. So he's seven in front. Could all change. It won't do because I've seen Ollie's predictions this week, and if any of these are correct, I'll give it money myself.
Wow. Clip that. Okay.
And I've put them down as mine as well. I don't know why I've put them down as mine, but I'm going to try and talk through them. Anyway, let's crack on. So top 3 viewers, Wayne Flint, 14 points.
Well done. Wayne.
Well done, Wayne. Wayne is number 1. And then Michael Sullivan, and Matt Clinton, 9 points each. Joint second. Well done, lads. Well done, lads. And finally, total top viewers points, 202. So the viewers have nearly got over 100 points on Ollie.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, that's life. That's how this funny old game of predictions works. Anyway, let's crack on with the first one because people are bored. Actually, I'll quickly pop a few comments on screen. Evening and Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. I like the word prosperous. I do not use that in my vocabulary at all, believe it or not.
Well, good evening to you, Gaza, and a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you too, pal.
Nick and Jimmy, what's happening? Where's Ollie?
What's happening, Blades?
What's happening, Blades?
Where's oil? I've just come in.
Oh, I read that as Ollie as
well.
well.
You can drink whatever you want, mate. If you want to neck some oil, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Some
neck
oil.
Hey, lads, Bulgarian Blade. Welcome to
the stream. Claire.
Go on, Claire.
Up the Blades YouTube channels.
Up the Blades. Drinking Yorkshire tea. Love to see it, Gaza. Drink Blades to give Villa heartbreak on Christmas Day.
Oh, well. They might still be crying on Christmas Day, I think is where Scott's going with that.
I think that's it.
We've ruined their Christmas.
Jimmy, how much did you pay Ollie to say that?
Did Ollie pay me to say nice things about him? Nothing. Ollie is a genuinely nice guy. I can't say any other.
Chris Wilder lost 2 games already. It was against Liverpool and Chelsea. So,
Arthur's a Leeds fan, I think, from memory.
Give you £1,000 each if you beat Villa. I'll be coming around to your house, mate, and taking that money off you.
Shit, Matt. As my 7-year-old girl says, get the ching-ching. Get the ching-ching. It's a new thing. She makes me laugh every time she says it. But yeah.
That's probably cute from a little girl, but not from I'm going to call you a big girl then.
That's why I don't say it.
You just did. You just did.
Yeah. I was paraphrasing a 7-year-old. It's all right.
Right, let's crack on into it. So, first one, Jimmy. Palace versus Brighton. Go on then. Why have you gone for a 1-0 Palace win?
I don't know, actually. Are you sure? Is that definitely what I predicted?
Good start.
Are we sure about yeah. I don't know, is the honest answer. Why did you ask me to drink on this stream? I'm just going to... Yeah, I did. I did say that. You're right. Oh, my goodness me. Well, I'm very confident in this prediction because... Look, Palace, Palace, let's be right, thinking about it logically, Brighton have got a lot of injuries. Palace are getting some of their injuries back. Eze and Elise being the key men. They got a fantastic result last time out. Can't honestly remember who it were against, but they were a very good result. City, weren't it? City. So, yeah, they're on a bit of a roll. They're at home. This is the type of... He said, do you know why? It's twigged now. This is a rivalry, isn't it? This is a local derby. This is so it will be back and forth, hell for leather. And I think Palace will, unfortunately for us Blades, because I think they were one of the teams that we could have tried to claw in. I think they're just going to squeak it in a quite a feisty affair at Selhurst Park. Yeah.
Well done.
What do you think, mate?
This is a struggle for you tonight. I've never seen you like this before.
Well, it's alcohol. It's alcohol, and I've had a long day at work.
3 before you come on?
No. This is my 3rd. I'm professional, but you encouraged me to drink coming on air, and I don't do that. There's a reason. See me triple point before the game. You know how much gibberish I talk after I've had a couple of pints.
I thought you meant in general.
Oh well, yeah. I can't account for that. That's online. Can't get away from that.
Now,
so what do you think, mate?
Well, I actually said to you, make sure you've got a beer. I didn't say make sure you drink 2 beers before you come online.
I drunk one while I were on. So I just had a little to warm me up while I was waiting. Well, my brother were around, so yeah.
You are necking them. Why do I think Palace are going to draw 1-1 with Brighton?
Yeah, why?
Because Ollie said so. No, I quite often in derbies,
which you knew this was.
There's a lot of draws in derbies. There are in general, because neither team wants to give a lot away. Normally, when teams don't want to give too much away, they're very cagey. It ends up being a 0-0. But I think I think that this is going to finish 1-1 because that's what I think. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's move
it's
on to
completely
the
your
next.
shout, isn't it? Yeah, logical
Completely.
reasons there from you, mate. Yeah, logical.
Next, I apparently have gone for Aston Villa to beat Sheffield United 3-0. How dare
Why,
I
Nick?
think that?
Why would you think that, Nick? Come on. I thought you were a blade.
I think that we're going to lose 3-0 because Aston Villa are very good and Sheffield United have not been very good this season.
We could carry on this bit throughout because it's going to come up every score. Ollie's picked these scores. So you can briefly brush over the fact that Ollie thinks Villa are going to absolutely annihilate us. What does Nick think? What do you think, mate? How do you think it's going to go on Friday night, tomorrow night?
I think we're going to lose, but I think we're going to lose by 1 goal. I don't think, or maybe 2, like what happened with Chelsea. I don't buy into some people said, "Oh, we're definitely going to score against Villa." I'm not sure. We struggle for creativity under Hecky. We're a little bit better under Wilder, but I think we might lose either 1-0 or 2-0.
Yeah.
I think the big question is, why have you gone for a 1-0?
Because I'm trying to be optimistic. We've got Chris Wilder. We can do anything. So look, I think my head says it's a narrow loss. But listen, we can't say it out loud, can we? 8-0 Villa. I'm not having that. Can we block Johan?
I think it's
in fact, keep him here till we get to Burnley game. Keep him here till we get to Burnley.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jimmy. If that happens, I'm going to give the £1,000 that Arthur gives me to give to Johan if that happens.
Well, Arthur's not going to give you 1,000 because he's only giving you 1,000 if we win. So if you want to still give Johan £1,000 if that happens, then fair dues. That's very good of the channel to donate.
I was testing you because I was looking at you and I'm like, is he going to get what I've just said then? And you did, and it was boring. Well done, Jimmy. Thanks for being boring. Anyway, 4-0. 4-0.
Subscribe to the Ramble for more boring content.
Up the likes. Get those likes up. I don't know how many we're on, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Shame on you, Nicola. Yeah, sorry about that. Feliz Navidad. Yes, Paul. Yeah, go on. Do you want to sing, Jimmy? Do you want to sing for the lads?
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Go on, take it away, Nick. Go on.
No.
You get me another bill?
I just wanted to see if you'd do it, and you did it. Fair play to you. Lots and lots of respect.
I'm a performing monkey. What can I say?
Yes. Jimmy, Christmas tree giving negativity. What?
I've gone 1-1 here.
I think
that's the most positive prediction of the night.
I think he's saying more about your Christmas tree. Is it a negative Christmas tree?
Well, you want to be careful, Mrs. Rambles, in earshot.
Okay. Yep. Let's move on. Let's move it on. Let's talk now about West Ham versus Man United. And I think I am very positive that West Ham are going to win this game 2-1. I would put my house on it. No, to be honest,
Man United, Ollie's house on it.
Yeah, I'll put Ollie's house on it. Man United have been rubbish, but I think they've got a bit of positivity coming out of that Liverpool game. I don't know if they have because they were pretty rubbish, but they didn't concede against Liverpool, which is pretty good going. And West Ham's been a little bit patchy recently for me.
Patchy? Yeah. Mate.
That's why I'm going for West Ham to win.
Man, you did really well. West Ham have been patchy, so let's go for a West Ham win. Yeah. Don't spit on your keyboard, mate. Just avoid the camera. You've spent a lot of money on that new camera. It looks great, by the way.
Camera's up there. It's fine. We're good. We're good camera.
Yeah, I know. It's good. We're all right. But yeah, two poor teams in poor form. If we're at Man United having a bit of a wobble, looked a little bit. It was sort of attack versus defense, weren't it, against Liverpool? But I think they're going to squeak another one out here, and Moyes continues to build the pressure on himself a little bit. So yeah, I think they're playing West Ham at the right time, and they'll just nick it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Scott's prediction came out there and it were a ball draw.
Yeah, to be fair, they're both pretty rubbish this season. These two. I don't like West Ham for historical Sheffield United reasons, but at the same time, I've been really, really impressed with them in the last couple of years. Obviously, they won the Europa Conference League, I think it was.
They did,
but they've done fantastic work. Moyes has done fantastic work in the past few years, and they even started the season really, really terribly a couple of years ago, and still they've just. I think they've outdone themselves, to be honest. I thought they were going to go down at one point. I thought in the next 3 or 4 years they're going to go down, and I've got absolutely no worries about that anymore. So yeah, I think they're going to win.
You
Anyway,
don't.
let's move on to talk about Fulham versus Burnley. Now we've both gone for a very, very similar score. I'll tell you the reasons why I've gone for a 3-1 in a second. Once I've thought of them. So, do you want to go first?
Okay. Yeah, Fulham. To be honest, I've been slating Fulham on this because I know I just don't. I can't see when I look at their squad. I can't see where the core strength is and stuff like that. Because yeah, other than Polina, if that's his actual name, if that's his real name, but Burnley have been absolutely atrocious, and Fulham's form recently has been outstanding. No matter whether I can see where it's come from or not, that it's been outstanding, and I would love it. If it was a decent win to zip against a poor Burnley team who will still be scared to sack Vincent Kompany, and you know they are going to go down and they are going to finish bottom of this league, no doubt about it. Johan, where you at? Where you at, Johan? Let's hear you.
Boy. Yeah, lots of 4s and 5s and 6s here in the comments.
Absolutely
My question for you, Jimmy: are Fulham gone now? Fulham gone.
Yeah. Fulham, yeah. The last few weeks have seen them home and dry. They will not be pulled into it, and they're going to have to fall off a cliff. And we're going to have to get some points in the bag to make it interesting. I think Palace, if they get a win, will be pulling away from us. I think Forest are the only team we can realistically catch. Which, do you know? I think we'll come on to it when we talk about Forest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But Burnley for me, gone, poor. And they've spent so much money. Money.
It's odd though, mate, because they were very, very good against us. I know we were rubbish, but they were exciting against us, and we've not seen that of them at all this season. I'd love to have seen what would have happened if Chris Wilder would have been the manager at that point, whether it be his first game, second, third, whatever. It wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't. I don't know if we'd have beaten them, but we certainly wouldn't have lost, and wouldn't have lost like that. But let's move on. Yeah, and Fulham been fantastic in recent weeks. Yeah, fair play. Hats off to him because I'd love to have something like that to happen to us. Move on. It's Luton Town versus Newcastle United, and that is I've gone for a zip 2. Apparently, I'll be honest, Jimmy. I think that Luton's got a chance in this game. I think Newcastle's been a bit dodgy recently. I think Luton's just hard to play against. So I would not have gone love to, but you've gone for a Newcastle win as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I think class will tell at the end of the day, and but I was split on this one as well, and very nearly went for a 1-1. I think losing Tom Lockyer it'll be interesting to see how the players react, whether they rally and try that. Thankfully, he's been released from hospital today. That's the update, and obviously everybody wishes him well. But in terms, how will it affect the team? Because it can have a different effect. If you take a Sheffield United example, when Paul Coops broke, I've got to stop drinking. It's right. When Paul Coops broke his leg against Burton, it derailed our season completely. We not just because we lost a quality player on the pitch, but because the players were physically affected and upset about what had happened to one of their own. So you've got to wonder if that's going to have any sort of psychological effect on Luton. But I think Newcastle are going to. I mean, I thought they were very unlucky midweek against Chelsea, and they have been a bit stop-start, but I think they're going to have too much for Luton. I can't write Newcastle off because of how good they were when they came to Bramall Lane. An absolutely superb performance from them, and I know they've got there in the locker. Luton are difficult to play against, but I think Newcastle have too much for them, mate.
Honestly, I can't remember us playing Newcastle this season. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. Keep drinking, mate.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It really is. Let's move on. Do you know what? I just want to say one thing about Luton. It's going to affect them in one way or another, like you said, and I think it's going to rally them. I really do.
Yeah.
And it did in the playoff final actually as well, because Lockyer came off, went to hospital, and then they rallied and they got promoted.
Thing is, it's a weird one, this, because it's not just because of the Lockyer thing, because we've been saying it consistently, but I don't harbour any ill will towards Luton at all. And we should really, because they are definitely one of our relegation rivals. I want us to finish above them. There's no two ways about it. But I don't find myself, I really want them to get hammered this week, or I really want Burnley, because of their arrogance. I just can't stand them. For me, get Forest dragged into it as well. But I can't turn on Luton. It seems like they're doing things very similar to, I think, how we approached it in 1920. Were it 1920? Yeah, 1920. When
a long time ago. Premier League weren't around then, mate. In 1920.
Dearie me. That's I can tell you're a dad now. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm saying is they just go for it, don't they? They're not intimidated by the opposition necessarily. They know can't match them for quality, but they try and match them in desire and stuff like that. So yeah, only good things to say about Luton, but obviously hope they go down.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Do you know what? Somebody actually replied to our match preview with Aston Villa and wrote, because the title was, can we knock Villa? No. Can we stop Villa from going top? And someone wrote, why would you want to stop Villa from going top? It's like when Leicester won the league. And I'm like, because believe it or not, the team that's playing Villa is us. And it's not like we're mid-table, mate. We are rock bottom of the league. Like, get your head a wobble. It was the most ridiculous comment I've ever seen.
If we get 3 points on Friday, I'll want them to win every game for the rest of the season. I'm not. There's no anti-Villa campaign, is there? It's just
a little bit.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, next one. Notts Forest. Yes. Notts.
Yes, Notts.
Versus Bournemouth. I've gone for Forest to lose this game. Forest have been ridiculously bad this season. I thought they were going to carry on how they were. However, they've sacked the manager. And who have they brought in?
Nuno,
that's it. I was just thinking then. I know it's somebody that I know really well. Not that I'm mates with him or anything. They've brought in Nuno. Nuno has obviously got the CV for a smaller club, shall we say, in the Premier League. And when he did a really, really good job at Wolves. That's why he got the Spurs job. Obviously, that didn't go as planned, but I think he could pick them up off the knees and take them up the league. However, might be a little bit too soon for this. And I think that Bournemouth are exciting at times.
No, you see, I disagree. I think it could. I don't rate this as a move from Forest. I think Steve Cooper...
No, I don't. I think that they should have stayed with Cooper. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I think that Nuno is a good replacement.
I don't think he improves them, though. And I think... I'm not saying he doesn't change things, but I don't think he's... If we had a vacancy and we establish ourselves in Premier League, Chris Wilder's not available. If you offer me Steve Cooper or Nuno, I'm wanting Steve Cooper to be our manager. So I don't see it as an upgrade. I know things weren't going well for him and they weren't playing well as a team, but they have brought in 300 players. They've spent 500 million quid. I may be exaggerating very slightly, but when you're handed...
No, keep it going.
When you're handed a load of players and said, make it work, we're piecing someone together... Take him from Greek league, take him from Italian league, take him from Spain, take him from all of the place. It's an absolute nightmare. How are you supposed to gel a team together? And when you've got crybabies like Morgan Gibbs-White, I went there. Listen. Anyway, we will move on.
I'm just catching your shade. I'm just catching it constantly.
Yeah, catch it, mate. Catch it. I'll throw a few more at you if you want. Don't worry. But I think that they will continue to struggle, but they will get an initial tiny little murmur of a bounce. So I think they will potentially hold a very strong, informed Bournemouth team who are on the up, no doubt about it. But I think they're going to get a tiny little Nuno bounce. They might nick one in the last 10 minutes or something like that to equalise. But then I obviously hope they continue their downward spiral and finish 19th, just above Burnley.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say why not 20th, but yeah, that's fair. I'll be honest, I 100% want Forest to lose this game because I got a speeding ticket in Nottingham about 2 weeks ago. So, Nottingham, I hate you.
So, were you speeding? Were you speeding?
I got a speeding ticket. Were I
Yeah.
speeding?
So yeah, I'm going
do you
somewhere with this.
think?
But were you speeding?
Were I speeding? No.
Right. You were speeding. So you
Of
got done
course
for
I was
speeding.
speeding. Hmm?
Well, there you go. So you've only one person to blame, haven't you? Let's be right.
Oh, is that the whole joke? Wow, that took a while. I'd have just aborted it, to be honest, halfway through when it weren't landed.
I can't edit it out. It's not my channel, and we're live. So anyway,
Oh, that was funny. That was
ramble
funny.
on.
Ramble on. Let's move on to Spurs versus Everton. And I, for some reason, think that Spurs are not going to win at home. I can see where he's gone with this. I can kind of go with it because Everton have been fantastic this season, especially
they have.
recently.
And what Ollie will tell you in the previous 19 meetings between the two sides in 1993 was the last time that Spurs managed to beat Everton at home, and Duncan Ferguson scored in the last minute. He's unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Honestly, if I'd have had more time at work, I thought that would have been hilarious if I'd have just done all the research that Ollie does. I just didn't have enough time. I wanted to come in.
You had to book a week off work.
I know. Tell me, I think he's got a photographic memory, to be honest. I think he gets FOTMob up and goes, and it just all goes in.
Definitely.
Anyway, I've gone for a 1-1 for some reason.
Yeah.
You've gone for a Spurs win. What do you think?
I've gone for a Spurs win. I think Everton are on great form, and I think they are well and truly far and away in terms of they're not going to be involved either, just like Fulham. I think on merit, they should be like 9th or 10th at the minute if they weren't for the points deduction. But Spurs, I think, will have sort of started to steady themselves after that wobble that they were having. And I think they're going to have too much for Everton, particularly at home. I fancy Spurs to take the points in this one, mate.
Yeah, there's a lot of Everton wins, actually. Gaza, Scott, I'm assuming from Richard, that's a 3-0 Everton win 3-0 as well.
Yeah.
So the first three are Everton. Crazy. 2-1, 2-2, 3-1. Big Sean ball. What do you think to Sean Dyche? He's done a really good job, hasn't he?
Brilliant job. I think he's...
But do we expect anything different?
No, he's proven himself to, not that he needed to in a lot of people's eyes, but proven himself to be a very good Premier League manager. I don't think he'll likely get a chance at one of the... I mean, you could say Everton are one of the bigger clubs, really. Let's be right, in the Premier League. They're probably certainly top 8, but can he get him back to that level? He'll probably be afforded a chance to do so now.
It's one of them, though, that I reckon a lot of clubs, if Sean Dyche was their manager, they wouldn't want to give him too much money because
it's like David Moyes.
It's like
absolutely, they do a great job for you, but unfashionable in it. That's what it is.
That's it.
So
that's exactly it, mate.
It's the old Sam Allardyce. If we're called Shawnee O'Dycio, then he might have got a top 4 job by now, but we'll see.
Mate, if he were called Shawnee O'Dycio, looking like what he does, I'd be like, "Where's your passport then?" No chance. No chance.
Hit you with a stunner, give you a middle finger, and then off he goes.
Stone Cold John Dyche. Right, the next one, the reason why I got my phone up is because this is the game that we don't have. So I'm going to take the Spurs score off and just say we have got... I've gone for Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2, and you have gone for Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. So very, very tight. It looks like it could be a really tight game, but you never know with Liverpool, do you? Because Liverpool are absolutely phenomenal one week, and actually no, phenomenal in one box, sometimes dreadful in the other box.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and actually they were the opposite against Man United. They were really impotent. Is that doesn't sound?
Yeah. It's good.
It's a bad word though, because it sounds like it should be used for something else. But they are really impotent were really impotent in front of goal against Man United, which is a
bad word that you've said three times now. So yeah.
Which one? Impotent? Do you mean impotent? Yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah,
impotent. That's the word. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I wonder if that's one of them demonetizing words. But keep going.
I don't care.
Don't care. Got enough money on this channel. I work for Sky Sports now.
And you work for Radio Sheffield?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, thanks for the plug. Yeah.
Did you get paid?
Yeah, chuff. It were a God bless you job. Well, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
There you go. So why have you gone for Liverpool to win this game?
I've gone for Liverpool to win this game because I agree with you. Normally, they're very good going forward. A little bit dodgy at the back. I think we could have nicked a goal or two when we played them in Chrissy Wilder's first game. But I think they usually turn up in these sort of big games, and obviously the Man U game, I think they were unfortunate not to get something, although Man U sort of parked the bus, and I think they will see this as a must-win game, really, if they're going to stay in the title race. It's going to be end-to-end stuff, and I'm looking forward to it, really, because I think it'll be a very good game, probably a game at weekend. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Arsenal nick a point, but it'll be tight, and I think it'll be end-to-end stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think Liverpool will just scrape it.
Yeah, it'll be a really fun game to watch, I'm sure. But I did say that about the Liverpool-Man United game. So
yeah, you weren't alone in that, mate.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen again. And finally, we're on our last game, Jimmy, believe it or not, and that is Wolves versus Chelsea. I've gone for a Wolves win, and you've gone for a Chelsea win. Why do you think Chelsea are going to win against?
No. Why do you think Wolves are going to beat Chelsea?
Well,
rather than give you time to prepare, why do you think Wolves are going to beat Chelsea?
I actually think this could be a draw. I don't think Chelsea are very good away from home. And I think that Wolves might have a little bit too much for them. Wolves have been very good at certain points this season, certainly not at Bramall Lane, but they have picked up points this season, and I think they could do it again. That's why I'm going for a 1-0 Wolves win.
Well said, Ollie. I mean, Nick. So I am saying that my logic behind this is I think we're all surprised at how poorly Chelsea have done this season because of the amount of money they've spent, the quality in their squad. They have managed to get results without playing well, which just recently, I mean, they've sort of turned a corner results-wise, and they're riding a bit of momentum in that respect. And I think performances will start to follow because they're getting the confidence from those results. So I think at some stage, they will sort of click into gear a little bit and start outperforming sides and sort of starting to live up to their potential a little bit. I still think they've not found the right combination up front. Their attack isn't quite clicking. Cole Palmer, though, is a bit of a game changer for me, and I think he could be the difference here. And yeah, I fancy Chelsea to go and nick it at Molineux.
Do you think it was the wrong choice for Man City to let him go?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I think he's up there with the potential, the different players, but I think he's got same sort of levels as Phil Foden to get to. Personally, I think from what I read and heard, they've got a bit of an unwritten rule that if anybody asks to leave, they'll just let them go. And for me, that's just a little bit ego-driven. I think you've sometimes got to be a little bit selfish and say, no, we need to keep our star assets and we can't be selling top prospects certainly to rivals. And when you're City, you're going to be selling anybody to a rival. Like you can still go to a Real Madrid or a Barcelona and they might damage you in Champions League. But I think selling Cole Palmer will prove to be a mistake longer term. It'd be interesting to see if they've got like a buyback or a strong sell on that makes a return bid a lot more achievable and stuff. So yeah, they've got to have done something to protect themselves in there. They're a smart club anyway, as we know, with our dealings with them, with Doyle and McAtee and stuff. So I'm sure they've done something to protect themselves. But on the surface, it looks like a poor deal for them at the minute.
It does now. And I think we all thought Cole Palmer was going to be very, very good. We all had the feeling that he looked special and he looked like he had a lot of potential. But at the same time, Chelsea were offering a lot of money for an unproven player because he'd only played in 2 kind of big games, and they were in pre-season and the Community Shield. So we've not really seen much of him.
How mad is it that we were heavily linked with Cole Palmer on loan, and it was a toss-up between whether we were going to get him and McAtee before his standout performance in Community Shield. There were a big chance he were coming to Bramall Lane this season. I mean, it looks night and day now, doesn't it? It's crazy to even talk about out loud, but obviously he turned Chelsea heads and got the permanent move, which has been great for him. But it's mad to think that we were in the running, which I know you know about as well. So it's just crazy to think that could have happened.
Do you know what I liken that to? This is on a completely different scale, but it was almost when we let David Brooks go on loan to Chesterfield, and then he went and lit up the Championship. It was just, it's very similar in the fact that
sliding doors moments, isn't it?
yeah,
For the
it
player.
really is. And obviously, then he got his big move to the Premier League, David Brooks. So it's just a really weird, like you say, sliding doors moment. But there we go. We're all done. Banker, what are you going for?
I don't know, mate.
Tell you what
have
you're
I
going for.
Yeah,
You've gone for
I've
Sheffield
gone.
United.
No, I haven't. I've gone for Fulham to beat Burnley.
There we go. And I, Nick, have gone for Aston Villa to beat Sheffield United 3-0 as my banker because I'm such a terrible blade.
What is Ollie doing? What is that all about? A 3-0 Villa banker. He's desperate for points. Even if I were desperate for points, I wouldn't be doing that. That's atrocious. Poor from Ollie.
Really
I'm not surprised he's ducked out tonight with them sort of predictions.
Too right, mate. Too right. Let us know in the comments who you've got as your banker. I yes, I am giving him a lot of grief for having Villa as his banker. However, I have captained Ollie Watkins in my fantasy football team.
No. You're supposed to think with your heart, not your head. All right, that's how it works.
Well, I think at the same time as well, if United win and Ollie Watkins gets sent off or misses 3 penalties, I'm going to be very, very happy. If the opposite happens, we've lost. I'm devastated, but I've got some points as well.
Andy the Blade sometimes likes a saber bet, where he'll bet on Villa to beat us, and then he wins either way, doesn't he? So he'll chuck how much. He always says, "How much would I pay to see United win this game?" And that is what he'll do. He'll say, "Villa draw no bet," so he'll probably get about £1 back from 50. But it's one of them, innit?
Would he only pay 50 quid to see United win? I think he'd pay a lot more than that in this game.
He might do. Yeah, he might do that. Yeah, he might do, mate.
Luton banker for Gaza. See you on Boxing Day for a pint. Yes, go on, Claire. Go on, Claire. Let us know where you're going. Richard gone for a Bournemouth 4-0 banker. Fair play. Legend of a man.
Over Notts Forest. Yeah, love that.
I like that. I like that a lot. Anyway, I think we should leave it there, mate. Thank you very much for spending your evening with me. I'm probably not going to see you before Christmas Day, so have a fantastic Christmas.
You too, mate. You too.
Merry Christmas to everybody else. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas to everybody on the Sheffield United way. Absolutely. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye.